since I can't see your bodies, if anything doesn't feel right, please come out of the pose, please modify. I think enough of you have been in yoga classes before to know if something is uh, feeling injurious to your body. Now, we do want to move into discomfort. Discomfort is where point of growth occurs. So I encourage everybody that even though we're not here to see you and your cameras aren't on, to try to do your best to bring yourself to the practice, really give yourself and your body this amazing moment to strengthen the body, especially since we've all been kind of not as active as normal, unless we've been out gardening or whatnot. But generally speaking, I think I might even be gaining a little weight, which is good for me. But, and I also wanted to talk about intention setting in our practice, because these are strange times and I can find myself getting into weird loops of different things, like needing to be right on the internet, or getting into a real fear space about the economic situation of the entire planet, because it's going to really cause a lot of social shifts. And I'm not sure that our culture is entirely ready for that to happen, but we're looking at about 4 million people without jobs. And so in this time, we need to be able, as much as we have to distance, we also need to be open, warm, and sharing. And if we see people in a fear space or in an argumentative space, to go ahead and let them be there. And for me, this is mostly for me, not try to be right, not try to push my points too much, but to really just cultivate an inner sense of abundance, an inner sense of awareness, and strengthen the body, strengthen the mind, strengthen the spirit to help get us through what is an increasingly difficult time. And it's probably going to get worse before it gets better, not to be like a bearer of bad news. But I think if we're working on our inner and outer strength, we will all be fine. So just meditate on abundance and awareness, compassion, and giving. So everybody can pull back on the flesh of the sit bones, grounding into your seat, sitting up nice and tall. Allow the gaze to turn upward and inward. Just notice where the breath is, notice where the body is. Any sensations of discomfort. Gently letting the breath fill those spaces. Noticing where the thoughts are leading the mind. Not necessarily trying to shut those thoughts out, but cultivating an awareness. Observational point. Giving yourself permission to let go of the storylines, to move the awareness to the sensation of the breath, to the sensations in the body. We're going to begin with a little bit of energizing pranayam. We're going to inhale in 8 sniffs, exhale in 8 short sniffs. So it's going to look like this. Inhale, 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 exhale, 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 exhale. End of your next exhale cycle, take a deep inhale. Hold the breath for a moment. Drawing the muscles of the pelvic floor, pulling up the muscles of the navel, the rectum, the sex organs, tucking the chin toward the sternum. Inhaling a little more. And relaxing the locks, exhaling gently. Next inhale, take the left ear to the left shoulder, getting slow, gentle neck circles. Taking care that if there's any tension in the neck whatsoever, back off from any points of pain, even if you're just drawing small circles in the air with the nose, slowly widening out as the neck gets looser. Next time the chin comes down to the sternum, inhale the head to center, go through one complete breath cycle, and on the following inhale, right ear to the right shoulder, circling back in the opposite direction. Maybe allowing the eyes to close, just feeling the difference between the sides of the body. Chin comes to the sternum. Allow the head to come up to neutral again, sliding the palms down to the shins. And we'll inhale the heart forward. Exhale as we lean round back. Seated cat-cow. There's an interesting variation if you want to play with it that I saw this week on a different session. We can reach the hands out in front. Kind of works a different piece of the spine. If you want to play with that, it's yogi's choice. Feels better with the hands on the ankles. Continue on. Inhaling up to center, take a deep, deep breath. Holding lightly, briefly. Exhaling. Change the cross of the legs. Slide the hands to the top of the knees. When you find your next inhale, bring the heart forward. Circle the torso around to the left. Beginning Sufi grinds. Heart comes to the front of the mat. Inhale back to center. Exhaling. Inhale the heart forward, beginning in the opposite direction. Finding equanimity in the body. Coming back to center. Take a deep inhale here. Hold the breath lightly, pulling in the root lock. Exhale, gently releasing. Allow the legs to extend out. You can windshield wiper, bounce the knees. We'll meet each other on our feet. Coming to the front of the mat. Taking the feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Hands come to the top of the shoulders. Elbows are parallel. Posture is straight. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Just like a washing machine. Powerful inhales, powerful exhales. Really work the breath. The depth of your breath is the depth of your practice. And these days, lungs are everything, so give them a workout. Now, sticking with this movement, going to extend up to goalpost arms, spreading the fingers out wide, drawing the elbows back. Don't let the elbows drop down. Then allow the arms to flop down by the sides. Slap the booty. Winding down to stillness. Coming to the front of the mat. Finding mountain pose. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhaling into the fold. Planting the hands as we step the feet back. Find your plank position. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale as you lower down. Elbows are in, knees touch first. Bend the chin, bend the chest. Inhaling up dog or cobra. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Let this down dog be loose. Walking out the ankles. Let the hips find a little sway. Let the head dangle. Finding some stillness. Take an inhale. As you exhale, walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up again. Exhale, we'll find our fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Planting the hands. Stepping one foot back, then the other. Finding your plank. Inhaling here. Exhaling, lower down. Inhale, up, dog or cobra. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. This time we're going to find a little more stillness, rooting down through the base of the hands, especially at the pads of the forefinger and thumb. Pressing evenly. The heels descend toward the mat, the hips ascend toward the sky. Gaze goes toward the belly button, the head should hang loose like a bowling ball. Elbows can rotate internally toward each other. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, walking forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Hang out here in this fold for a minute. Let the knees bend. Enough so the head can dangle. This is to release the upper back. This is not about the hamstrings, so take all the pressure off. If you have some books, you need to elevate the hands a little bit or a block. And anybody that does want to check out some props here locally, just email me after class and I can gather things that you can check out from the equipment room. Take a deep bend in the knees, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Letting the hands rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now from here, coming back into stillness, turning the palms up, finding our mountain pose, tucking the tailbone back under. Inhale the arms skyward, gaze between the palms, and then we'll sit back as if we're sitting into a chair, and breathing. Pulling in the muscles of the pelvic floor, strengthening through the core, strengthening through the glutes, the muscles of the legs, gripping bone, feet firmly rooted in the ground, and breathing. Reaching for the sky. See if you can sit a little deeper back. Inhale, we'll come back up, with the hands sweep down to the sides. Bring the hands to the hips. Find a gazing point about 6 feet out in front of you. Feet firmly rooted in the ground, strengthening through the left foot. The right foot will raise the left knee up. Get a hold of the knee, see if you can slide the hand down to the ankle. You can get it there, pull the heel up into the perineum. If you're not there, maybe you're below the knee, above the knee, not on the knee joint. Maybe you're here on the floor. That's okay too. Maybe you're using the wall. I don't know. I can only see Nicole. So, inhale the arms overhead. Exhale the hands to heart center. Now we'll draw the knee out in front. Take an inhale. Exhale as you push out through the heels. See if you can balance there. If you can grasp the toe with the peace finger, find that hold. Opening to the side, maybe using the right arm for balance. Bringing that foot back out in front. Release the toe. Come down gently. Very good. Now we're firmly rooted again. This time in the opposite leg. Bring the knee up so you can get a hold of the knee. Maybe this is where your balance is today. Maybe that's it. Maybe you can slide the hand around the ankle, drawing the heel up into the perineum. Standing up nice and tall, inhaling the arms overhead. Work with wherever your balance is. If you're not here, just work at your edge. Just keep working on wherever you are. Sweep the arms down, bringing the knee out front. You can inhale, exhale as you push the heel out. Get it there, reaching the hand. These fingers on the big toe. Opening up. Drawing the foot back out in front, releasing the toe. Come down slow. Very good. Shake that out. All right. Awesome. So now coming back to the front of the mat. Finding our mountain pose. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, planting the hands. Stepping back into plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. And lower down to the knees. From here, begin an inhale, belly drops, chest lifts. Exhale, rounding into cat. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Just going at your own pace with your breath. Coming to center. Take the right hand. I'm going to thread the right hand beneath the left armpit, just like we're threading a needle. The right shoulder drops to the ground. The ear, side of the head, is on the mat. Gaze is toward the ceiling. And rooting down firmly through the left hand. Lifting ourselves back up to center. Planting the right hand. Lifting the left hand up, turning the palm skyward, threading underneath the right armpit. Laying the right shoulder, right cheek down to the mat. Back up to center. Now for the fun part. From here, reach the right arm out, left leg pushes back. Exhaling as the knee and the elbow draw together under the navel. Inhale, extending, exhale, drawing into the midline. Inhaling, exhaling. Use the breath. Go at your own pace. There's a lot going on here with balance, breath, strength. Inhaling, reaching out. Turn the foot toward the ceiling. Then slowly reach the right hand back. See if you can clasp the top of the foot, squaring the hips, pushing back through the foot, opening the heart, and releasing slowly, gently. Take a moment if you like to find a breathe child's pose. As you're ready, come back to tabletop. Now on the opposite side, inhaling, reaching out, left arm, right leg. Exhaling, drawing the elbow, the knee under center, inhaling out, exhaling to center. Your back will do a natural cat-cow. Building a lot of internal heat right now. Inhale as you reach out, stretching. Then reach back for the foot. Foot goes toward the ceiling, grasping the top of the ankle. Open the heart, push the foot toward the back of the mat. And getting a nice stretch. Deep inhale. As you exhale, gently release the foot. Let the knee slam to the ground. Again, finding a brief child's pose. Now from here, I'm going to push back up to tabletop, tuck the toes under, coming into down dog. And walk the hands forward, feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale to a flat back. In, exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach your eyes up. Hands to heart center. step the left foot forward, step the right foot back. You can even start with both feet forward and then just turn the left ankle out. The heels should line up almost together. Maybe the right foot is forward just a little bit. We're going to turn the sternum toward the front of the mat. Maybe the back foot angles in about 45 degrees. And inhale the arms back. Exhale, bend the knee, reaching forward, letting the hands meet. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, reach forward. And inhale the arms skyward, finding warrior one. And breathing. Inhaling, we'll open up, finding warrior two. Gazing out over the midline, middle fingers. The right hand is reaching back. Feet are firmly rooted in the ground. And we're going to straighten that right knee. Inhale as you reach forward. And exhale, let the hand drop to the shin. With the right arm, reach for the ceiling, gazing toward the thumb, getting a nut opening up under this part of the rib cage. Don't collapse too much. If your hand doesn't go down very far, that's fine. Now reach back, find warrior two again. Take an inhale here as you exhale, hop the back foot to the front of the mat. And we'll step the opposite foot to the back of the mat. Right foot is forward. Turning the sternum to the front of the mat. Inhale the arms back. Exhale as you bend the knee. Take care of the bend in the knee. If you have sensitive knees. Don't let the knee project out over the ankle. It should be stacked right above the ankle. Inhale the arms overhead. Finding warrior one. Inhale, opening up into warrior two. Gazing out over the fingertips. And straighten the leg. Take a deep inhale. Reaching out over the foot. And allow the hand to drop to the shin. Left hand toward the ceiling. Gaze goes toward the ceiling. Beautiful triangle shapes with the body. Then we'll come back into warrior two, letting the knee bend, left hand reaching back. Take an inhale. Exhale, hop the left foot forward to the front of the mat. Very good. Shake it out here for a moment. Then with the feet a little wider than hip distance, the feet can angle out just a little bit. The knees should track over the feet. Bring the hands to heart center. Take an inhale, exhale, lower down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, lower down. Really use the muscles in the roots, the muscles in the core. Three, two, one. See if you can drop down onto your seat like you're sitting in a trash can. If that's not available, we'll just meet up on our seat. The legs extended out front, the toes pointing toward the body, heels projecting out, sitting up nice and tall, thumbs are up, inhale as we lean back, exhale, moving the heart forward. Try to keep the arms parallel with the legs. Really engage in the core as you lean back. Letting a powerful exhale deepen your folds. Three, two, one, folding forward, reach for the toes. Tuck the chin toward the sternum. On the exhale, let the body fold deeper. The arms are there, the hands are there to support. Maybe your grasp is here on the ankles. Maybe it's a little higher. You're not going to force the fold with the strength of the arms, but we are going to support every depth that we reach on every exhale. The body will gently release as you draw the belly in. Deep inhale. As you exhale, coming up slowly. And we'll take the hips wide. Sitting up nice and tall, make sure you do not collapse the spine. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, fold to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, fold to the right. Let the movement be a meditation. Allow the eyes to close. Feel the sensations in the body. The next time you fold to the right, inhale back up to center and hinge at the hips, folding to the middle. See if you can get the toes, the ankles, tuck the chin toward the sternum. Inhaling, exhaling as you let the heart melt forward. Finding your edge. When you get to your edge, stop there, don't force anything. If the breath allows you to release further on the exhales, it will, you'll feel it. Drawing in on the roots on the exhale will also help the fold find its way forward. Slowly coming upward, slowly releasing the toes. You can bring the feet together. Wrapping the fingers around the end of the toes, sitting up nice and tall, don't let the spine collapse. Again, gentle butterflies. And then coming to stillness, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, let the heart melt forward. Don't collapse the spine, just let the body hinge at the hips. Maybe the elbows find the top of the shins. Don't force the legs to open, but if they open further, support it. Chin comes toward the sternum. When you find the depth of your fold, you can let the head drop, let the back round toward the ground. Long, deep breathing. Coming up slowly, let the head come up last. We'll reach the arms underneath the knees. Push the knees together, the feet plant out in front. Sitting up nice and tall. Place the hands underneath the knees. Lean back, find your balance point. Engaging the core. Deep inhale, exhale, push the feet out, toes toward the body, palms turn skyward, and breathe. The legs shake, let them shake. It's perfectly normal. If you need to support underneath the legs, it's okay. If you need to bend the knees, that's okay. Do your best to find your edge, though, really engaging through these muscles. 3, 2, 1. Gently plant the feet back in front again. Sit up nice and tall. Prepare the mind, prepare the body. Now as we lean back again, finding our balance point. Inhaling, exhaling, pushing the feet out. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Coming to center, see if you can reach the toes with the peace fingers. Opening up into Kundalini Lotus. I miss the sounds of people knocking water bottles over. Engage the core. Bring the feet together. Release the toes, let the feet come down slow. Nice. It's time to go. All right, so crossing the ankles and finding our way down to our bellies. We'll bring, maybe your expression is in Sphinx pose. Maybe the hands are underneath the shoulders. But the basic move is inhaling as we're up, exhaling, lowering down, inhaling up, exhaling, lowering down. Now be mindful that you're not using the arms. This is not a push-up. We're using the muscles on the back of the body. So if you want to find your engagement, just lift the hands for a second, then plant, and come up maybe into cobra. Engaging the glutes, engaging the legs, pointing out through the toes. Inhaling up, exhaling down. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bring the hands beneath the cheeks. Go ahead and rest. Rock the hips back and forth. Now we'll turn the arms down to the sides, the palms face skyward. And tuck the chin slightly toward the sternum for now. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the legs. Trying to do your best to balance on the navel, maybe just one leg at a time. It's too much. Maybe you're able to get a grip behind the sternum. This is enough right here. Just reach for your feet, lifting, breathing. 3, 2, 1, release. You can relax here on the belly for a moment, or pushing back into a wide leg child's pose, toes together, knees apart. If you like, yogi's choice. You can stay in child's pose for a moment, or you can push back into down dog. I find this useful to help release tension in the lower back. Coming back down to our knees. If you need a blanket underneath, we'll come back to sit on our heels. So if you need a blanket or some sort of support under the knees, or if rock pose is not available to you because of knee issues, sitting in easy pose is perfectly acceptable. I like to take a blanket and drape it on my ankles. So bring the fingers into Gyan Mudra next to the chest. We're going to be working with lion's breath, so inhale deeply, exhale, sticking the tongue out with a roar on the exhale. Let the elbows contact the ribs to help keep those glandular functions moving, those pumps in the body. So when you're ready, you can join with me. Reaching the arms up. 3, 2, 1. Inhale the arms up, hold the breath. Drawing root lock, pulling in the muscles of the navel, rectum, sex organs, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale more. Close the eyes, turn the gaze up and in as you let the hands rest on the back of the legs. Perhaps lengthening the exhales. Feeling the sensations in the body. Feeling the energy course through your electrical field. A brief tabletop. Cross the ankles, allow yourself to sit back, extending the legs out in front, removing any props. And we'll gently lower to our backs. You can place the hands beneath the glutes. Then we'll inhale the right leg skyward, exhale, lower down. Inhale the left leg skyward, exhale, lower down. Moving at your own pace with the breath. Find yourself on the opposite leg you started with, lower down. Take a brief rest. Now bring the hands back to frame the sacrum again, underneath the glutes, energizing out through the heels, toes toward the body. Inhaling, both legs up. Exhaling, bring them back down. Inhaling up, exhale, lower down. Three, 2, 1. Bring the legs slowly down. Releasing the hands from underneath the body. draw the heels toward the glutes. Maybe bring them out a little wider, kind of toward the edges of the mat. And then spread the arms out into a T shape. And then just let the right knee drop down toward the midline. And then let the left knee drop into the midline. Just kind of loosening up the body here. And coming back to center, bringing the feet back in closer together toward the midline. See if the tips of your fingers can brush the back of the ankles. Plant the hands firmly into the floor. As the hips come up, make sure you don't turn your head to look at your screen. If you need to look away, just come out of the pose for a moment, look at the screen if you need to see something. I just don't want anyone to twist their neck in this pose. So, inhale, rooting firmly through the feet, squeezing the glutes, lifting the hips high. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, bring the hips up. Exhale, lower down. Firmly rooting through the feet. Don't let the knees splay out. Keep the bones stacked, supportive. Sternum raises up toward the chin. And inhale the hips up and hold there. And see if you can walk the arms under the body, clasping the hands underneath the sacrum. Press the forearms and the fist down into the mat, pushing into the floor, push higher. Release your grip. Let the body come back down to the ground. And keeping the feet where they are, take the right foot and cross it over the left knee so it'll look like an upside down 4. Then you're going to reach your hands through the legs underneath the left knee, clasp the hands underneath the left knee, draw the chin toward the knee toward the chin. You'll feel a nice stretch in the sciatic nerve. Energize through the left foot. Point the left toes toward the body. Same with the right foot. Everything is energized here. And release that foot back to the floor. Crossing the opposite ankle, left ankle over the right knee. Threading the needle, reaching underneath the right knee with the hands. Draw the knee toward the chin, chin toward the knee. And breathing. Don't hold the breath. Energizing through the heels. Releasing. And let both of the legs come out long on the mat. Now from here, draw the right foot back up toward the left knee, cross over the left knee. Scooch the hips just a couple of inches to the right. Right hand comes to the back of the left knee. Turn the gaze out toward the right hand. Take an inhale. Exhale as you draw the knee down toward the left side. Slowly release yourself from the twist. Recenter the hips. Cross the right foot over the left knee. Scoot the hips a couple of inches to the left. Right arm comes to the back of the left knee. Take an inhale. Exhale as the knee draws down toward the right. Gazing toward the left hand. Try to keep the shoulders on the mat. Slowly releasing from the twist. Allow the legs to extend out. You can turn the palms skyward. We'll find our final relaxation. Making sure to get whatever we need to be completely comfortable. Do not shortchange this part of your practice. Soften the eyes, soften the jaw. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. Letting the breath breathe itself. Whenever the mind turns to drama, return to the breath. invite you to deepen and lengthen the breath. Finding some small movements in the fingers, the toes, the wrists, the ankles. Find a deep inhale as you reach the arms overhead. Stretching out the toes, stretching the body as long as you can get it. When you find an exhale, draw the knees into the chest. Squeeze the body, perhaps finding some gentle rocking motions on the spine. Finding maybe a twist to the right. And then a gentle twist to the left. Maybe allowing the soles of the feet to find each other, the palms of the hands to find each other. And when you're ready, you can rock your way up to a seat. Allow the hands to find the heart center, thumbs in the sternum, sitting up nice and tall. Gaze goes up and in. Returning to your intention. You may have said before practice today. Giving yourself one brief moment to honor yourself for doing the work to keep yourself healthy in this time. Take a moment also to picture someone you love. Send them a little piece of this radiance. And then lastly, allow that energetic tendrils to reach across the entire planet. Being one beacon of peace. We'll end the practice with one long for those who care to join. Take a deep cleansing inhale. Exhale. Inhale to tune out. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice with me tonight. Namaste.